I'm Joel Martin. I work at the National Research Council. My title is Chief Digital Research Officer. I oversee all of the digital research that's happening at the National Research Council. That includes AI, new AI ideas, but I'm also promoting digital transformation for all of NRC. So NRC does research in construction and aerospace, etc. And so I am promoting digital transformation across all those areas. Well, so I'll mention a few points about the mindset. The most important mindset for digital transformation is that you're solving a problem. You're not playing with technology. It's sometimes fun to play around with ChatGPT or whatever the latest tools are, but that's not what you're doing for digital transformation in the government or in the company or anywhere. You're solving a problem. So that's the most important mindset. We also encounter challenges with that people are resistant to experimentation. And that's important in the government, it's important everywhere because experimentation costs time, it costs money, and you have to have a commitment to experimentation. You have to also commit to a long path. Digital transformation is not something that happens overnight. It's something that takes a long time. There are many, many steps, many changes that have to be done in order to create that connection. And so at the National Research Council, we are ensuring that we have that commitment to experimentation, small experiments leading to big experiments, knowing that these experiments will accumulate, the good results will accumulate into real change. We don't want to say that we need to see full return on investment and huge productivity gains tomorrow. We know it's going to take time. Sure. So one of our experimentation techniques was to start small with student projects. So a student project is only going to cost the government $15,000, $18,000, something like that, and we're already budgeted for it. Okay, so let's hire some AI students, give them some problems. So what we did was we sent a letter all across NRC saying, bring in your problems. If you think AI should help, bring it in, we'll bring in a student and we'll try to solve that problem. Not every one of those ideas turned into a project, but we did 20-some projects over a summer period. 18 of the 21 projects worked in the sense that they led to something that's still running. One example of this student project that was very successful was triaging email. So we have one part of NRC that does construction research. They also do the construction codes so what can a building have? And this is the model code. But they get a lot of email every day. So this is a tool for triaging the emails that come in to make sure it goes to the right part of the construction research center. This saves 6 hours per day for the team. And so somebody who had been just looking at these boring emails now is doing something on the financial side much more useful. Okay, so that was a small gain in this project, but in addition, we now have because that was successful, the whole program was successful, we now have a new group, a new team that was composed of that group, the people who led this. We're calling it the AI and Modernization of Services team. That team is now an institution. They have directed funding because of the student projects and because of our AI tools. They also have a bigger ambition. So instead of just student projects, can we start looking at much bigger projects that might cost $100,000 or up to $1 million as an experiment, knowing that they're not all going to work. Of course, we want to choose the ones that are most likely to work because we can't waste money. But so that's a path to your question of starting really small, leading to institutional change. So I think it's not that a lesson that we learned, it's more that we started with the assumption that we had to move a little bit at a time, that we had to build trust. people have their own way of doing things and their historical way of doing things, and AI is new and could be scary for somebody who's not aware of it. And so we added student projects a little bit at a time, and only those who cared about taking that step as an early adopter needed to do it. And we did a few projects. We're gradually adding other projects. We're making sure that there's training across the organization of different sorts. We have groups we have a digital champions group. We have an AI forum group where people have the opportunity to learn more, become more and more aware. We have about 4,000 people across the National Research Council, and our Protected Bee chatbot is now being used by 2,500 of those people. So we are getting that slow adoption. We think that's necessary. Trust has to be built from the ground up. Well, so there are a lot of fears about AI overall. So if you're not aware of the technology, you might read in the newspaper that it's going to cost jobs and it's going to destroy the economy and whatever these fears are. But there are also simple fears of just, if I do something, I'm going to break it, or it's going to cause some problem, or I'm going to leak information, or a whole bunch of things like that. So we constantly are keeping a list of what the risks are in terms of risks of adoption, and we're trying to mitigate them as we go. So we mitigate them by creating a safe zone. So our AI zone is safe. You can't leak information, it's protected Bee. The information that comes back to you is yours. Nobody else can see it. You can delete it. And so there are a lot of these safeguards in there so that people feel comfortable. We have training. We have a way of coaching people so that we can show people who are new to the technology some of the advantages that they can gain. Because that's one of the fears, is that it's just a waste of time. And so one example that you could do is you want to learn something. You could show somebody who's new to the technology, here's an easy way to learn that. Whatever it is you want to learn. I want to learn about quantum psychology, I don't know, quantum physics or quantum sensors, something like that. You say, what is quantum sensor? And the person watches and sees that there's an answer, and then you dig in, you ask the next question, Okay, what is NRC doing about quantum sensors? And so that you can give somebody this experience of actually learning about something. The nice thing about AI is that you don't have to admit to a person that you don't know it. You might have heard it in a talk and you thought, what the heck is quantum physics anyway? Or what is a photon? Then you can go ask these questions without feeling that you're asking somebody something that you should know already. So that's an example that can break the fear. So I think that we have a long path to get there. And we have a resistance to change that's just natural to all the individuals, also to the government, the departments, to the senior managers in those departments. There's this resistance to change. A truly connected government is going to have some infrastructure that shares identity. We've been trying for a while, we're not there yet. Maybe there's another approach that we have to take. We're going to have an infrastructure that allows entry of data once. So that if I have applied for my passport, I've entered in a bunch of information. That's also there for, I don't know, when I apply for some other piece of documentation. So that kind of connectedness of data and identity is going to be part of this connectedness. But we're not going to get there until people trust it. And at the moment, we don't have that trust that the government is going to hold my information securely and be able to share it between departments. One day we will get there, but it's going to take we're going to have a long path to walk.